So as you can see, I have a couple of sticks up here taped to the vertical stabilizer and the rudder, holding them straight in line. And so these are the old turnbuckles and cables, and what we're going to look at is how the pedals are. And as you can see, they're not 90 degrees to the floor. So I'm not quite sure if they had them like this so that it's more comfortable, or the cables were just short, because my understanding is that the pedal should be 90 degrees to the floor. And then if you come up here, there may be a little better, but not much. And my understanding is when they're all the way forward, that they should be approximately a ½ inch off of the firewall, which I think I'll probably make them a little bit closer to being maybe an inch or inch and a half, just to give your foot a little room there so you're not pressing up against the firewall. Anyway, that's the first part that we're working on today, making some cables possibly. So I did make the cables, and here they are. Now I haven't cut the tail ends off of them yet. I'll do that a little bit later, but I just wanted to try to get them made. And so what I've done is, in doing this, I also tried to make them even and approximately 90 degrees from the floor. And I think I did a pretty good job of doing that on the aft cables. Now up front, I noticed that in order to get some space between the firewall and the front pedals, I didn't think that I could make them 90 degrees to the floor, because when I did, it seemed like they were going to end up pretty close to the firewall, closer than what I wanted them. And really, I'm kind of maybe 1.25 inches or so off the firewall now with both of them. So it's a possibility that I can go back anytime and remake these, and it's not going to be a big deal. It's a little bit of learning curve making cables, but I think a lot of people make them off the aircraft. From what I've seen, they measure and then make them from the measurements. And I thought that for me it would be easier to have them on the airplane and build them to the aircraft itself. And that's what I did, and I think they turned out pretty good. And so everything seems to be working smoothly now. If you followed the videos, I had quite the challenge with the pedals, and finally everything's ready to go. Now I can start working on the elevator and making the control cables for the elevator, and working through that process and checking everything out, making sure everything's fitting right, proper, and hopefully that won't take as long as this took, but you know, you never know. Anyway, have a blessed day. Thank you.